Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Students, welcome to our virtual class of week 3. If you can hear me, please raise your hands. Okay, there was some technical problem with the website, and I was unable to open the Blackboard room so far. So now it's open. So let's start with the agenda items of today from now onwards. So let me first share the slides of lecture with you. So the agenda for today was to first discuss the contents we covered in our slide. And then to discuss about this week's exercise and your question answer sessions. So since time is short, so I won't go to the database schemas, but I would like to have to receive questions from your end. If you have explored your exercise questions and you have any question, then please raise your hand so that I can answer your queries. So you are welcome to ask any question if you have. These are the contents which we covered in our class. So if you find any question to ask, just send me a message or raise your hand. I'll give you mic, then you can ask. So we discussed about the relations in our lecture, that every relation has certain attributes which are represented by columns, and tuples which are represented by rows, and these are also called records. Attribute types. When we talk about attribute types, the set of allowed values for each attribute is called the domain of attribute, and the attribute values are normally required to be atomic, so they are indivisible. And a special value null is a member of every domain. So if it is unallocated, if it is not initialized or unknown, then a null is placed over there. But the null value causes complications in the definitions of many operations. Then we talked about relation schema and instance. So if we say the schema of our relations, then it means we are talking about the design of that relation. For example, let's say A1, A sub 1, A sub 2 up to A sub n are attributes, then R equal to A sub 1 up to A sub n is a relation schema. For example, if we say instructor equal to ID name, department name, salary, so this is a relation schema. Formally given sets D1 up to Dn, our relation R is a subset of D1 up to Dn. The relation is a set of n tuples where ai belongs to the domain of domain di. The current values of the table are called relation instance. They are specified by the table. Then we talked about the order of relation, that relations are unordered. So order of tuples is irrelevant. They are stored in arbitrary order. So even if the table is ordered or it is unordered, it means the same. A database consists of multiple relations. Information about an enterprise is broken down into parts. Instructor, students, advisors, so there can be multiple tables. So when you design your relation schema, you need to be careful about its design. For example, if you are having a university table, a university relation with instructor ID, name, department name, salary, student ID, and other information, this is a bad design because it results in repetition of information. Because if two students have the same instructor, then you are duplicating the information and your table size will be large. Then the need for null values, for example, represent a student with no advisor. So if the student has no advisor, so it means you will be storing a lot of, if multiple students have no advisor, you will be storing a lot of null values in your table. So your size of table will increase. So normalization, when we apply normalization theory, it deals with how to design a good relational schema. Then we talked about keys in our lecture 2. Suppose K is a super key of R if values of K are sufficient to identify the unique tuple of each possible relation. So if it is a super key, it means it can uniquely identify each of the tuple. Super key is candidate key if K is minimal. So it cannot be, if K is called minimal if it cannot be broken down further and no subpart of it is a super key itself. Then from one of the candidate keys selected to be the primary key, and it is the decision which your database designer makes that which key should be selected as a primary key. Then you decide about your foreign key as well. Foreign key is the key which is primary key in some other table and is used as an attribute in your table. So in your table you will call it a foreign key. Value in one relation must appear in another. So when it is appearing in some other relation, it is called referencing relation, and it is appear in the same in the original table. It is called referenced relation. So this is a schema diagram of university database, but I'll talk about it because it requires some explanation, and we are not left with much time for question answer session. So I'll skip this, and we'll continue from here in our face-to-face class. Okay students, now I have stopped sharing the slides because I want to switch to your questions about exercise items. And so have you gone through the chapter contents and your exercise items? So if you have gone through, please raise your hand so that I can come to know that how many of you have read the book chapter so far, because you didn't have too much items for this week. So have you read it or not? Okay, before waiting for your answer, I want to make a few announcements, because today we had a meeting of all the instructors with their coordinator, and there are some decisions which are made. So you are going to have, I'll post this on your announcement as well, but you are going to have total 8 assignments in this course. 1 assignment you were given last week of 1 mark, and in the remaining weeks throughout the semester you are going to have 7 more assignments. Each assignment will be of 2 marks, and if you'll get, I'm not sure about this week's assignment, you'll be informed today or tomorrow about this week's assignment, that what you have to perform for this week. But for the rest of the week you will be informed before the week actually starts about your assignments. So there will be total 8 assignments totaling up to total 15 marks, and there will be a project as well. It will be done individually, and your project will be given to you around your midterm examinations. So around the midterm you will be receiving your project, and it will be of total 10 marks. So it's the weightage of it will be 10. So total 15 marks of assignments and 10 marks of projects will sum up to 25 marks of the semester evaluation. Then another announcement is about your submission deadline. So do your work individually, do some effort whenever you receive some assignments, do some effort to perform it, So no matter if you are performing it, even if you are doing it wrong, you will be able to get some credit because you have attempted to do it assignment. But you be aware of copying it from some sources or some other person. So copied assignments will get 0 credit. Assignment which is submitted on time and it's you have made some certain effort, even if it is somehow wrong, then you will get some credit. Submission deadlines are very important. When you are asked to submit an assignment at 11:59 p.m., it means you cannot submit it at 12 p.m. So if the time is at 11:59 p.m., then you have to submit on or before 11:59 p.m. So there is no relaxation in submission deadline because the assignments are submitted through Blackboard, and on the Blackboard you will not be able to submit, or your assignment will not be graded if you are submitting after the time. You can get answer from your book, like if you are getting, like if you you have read the book and you are finding answers to the exercise questions from the chapter itself, so yes, you can do it. Yeah, I'll post announcements about assignments very clearly, but the few things which I wanted to tell, that assignments deadline is very important. You have to submit assignments on time, and if you are unable to submit due to any reason, the reason can be any problem or your health issues or any family problem, so you will not be excused for any of these problems. If you are facing any such problem, then you have to contact your university administration. Then if your university administration will ask me to consider your request, then I'll do it. But I cannot consider your request on my own because no email submissions are allowed. You have to submit all your assignments on time through your Blackboard. So be very particular about it. If you are getting answer from your book, you will not be able to get exact answer from your book, but you can use the information contained in your book in book chapter to answer the questions. So any other question about this week exercise items? So have you gone through this week exercise items that you have to perform? As I told you in your class as well, that you have to perform practice exercise number 2.1, 2.3 and 2.4 in this week. So go through those exercise items, perform those items as early as possible, and be very regular in doing all your studies. You will be informed about your grades because in this week there were certain issues because some people submitted the exercise items, some submitted the work which after I posted assignment on the notice board. So I'll grade it as early as possible and I'll inform you about it. I told you that there are going to be total 8 assignments. 1 assignment you got in your previous week, and there will be 7 more assignments. For this week assignment, you will be informed today or tomorrow whether you have to perform it or not, your exercise items you have to perform or not, and it will be posted on your Blackboard. And for the remaining weeks, you will be informed well in time. As soon as the coordinator will inform me about the assignments, I will inform you for the week assignments. So every assignment will be of 2 marks, summing up to 14 marks, and you will receive a project as well, which will be an individual project, and you will receive it around your midterm examination. So is it clear now? No, I'll inform you. Last week you did the assignments given already existing on the Blackboard, and with the one I posted. So some people performed both, but I'll tell you about what are the requirements for every week. For this week, I am telling you, just perform your exercise items given on the Blackboard. Maybe you are asked to submit it as assignment 2. So do your work well in time so that you don't have to hurry up over the weekend. From week 4 onwards, you will be receiving your assignments well in time. You will be informed at the beginning of week that these are the assignments. This is the assignment you have to do in this week. So you'll be informed well in time, and you'll have the whole week to perform it. But for this week, it's Tuesday, and you are left with 3 more days to perform: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday as well. You are left with 4 working days to perform it. So I'm saying that you perform it because it's good for you. And if I ask you for submission, then you submit it through your Blackboard in the folder. I'll post details about details about assignments over the Blackboard. I'll announce it, so you don't need to worry about it. Any other question from the contents of lecture which I taught in the class? So I want you to ask your questions here because this session is meant for question answers and revision. So if you have something to ask, you can ask here. The connection speed is slow today because of some problems. I was unable to open it I was trying since 4:45 p.m. and I was unable to open the session. And at 6:30 I became successful in opening it. And everybody is facing same problem, not only me. Other instructors and students are also facing same problem. So hopefully we'll have a makeup session for the MIS class of System Analysis and Design. Try to submit your assignments over the Blackboard if it's available. So I'll check your match your time of you send me email, and I'll match the time. And if it's before the deadline, and then I'll mark your assignment over the Blackboard. And in future, I'll set the time restrictions for submission folder as well. Because since now I have not marked your assignments till now, so I don't know that how I'll be able to access it from there. But maybe because it's linked with your grade center, maybe I won't be able to enter your grades for email submissions. So try it now. If you can submit now E1, then I'll consider it. So try to submit it, even now you can do it. If you have already submitted, and if you have not already submitted through email or through Blackboard, then try it again, because it won't be considered. Any other question? Okay, you can leave because time is almost over. So you can leave. So before leaving, let me ask you one question, because of all of you are available over here. So not all of you, many of you are available. Okay, then I'll ask in face-to-face class. I want to ask you about the suitable time for our virtual class, missed virtual class of system analysis and design. So if you have missed that class, so you have to tell me the suitable slot when all of you are available, and we can schedule a class of that course. So come up with suggestions in our face-to-face class. Then our face-to-face class next week we'll have 2 virtual classes of this system analysis and design course. Okay, so what if I choose time after? What if I choose time daytime between 10 to 12 on this Thursday? Okay, I'll choose and then I'll inform you about the class time. Yes, but in the morning time, because at the same time tomorrow I have class already with health students. So okay, can I schedule in the morning? Any problem with anyone if I schedule it before 1 p.m.? So what if I schedule it between 3 to 4 p.m.? Tomorrow, 3 to 4 p.m. Okay, I'll email you about it. Maybe I schedule it on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'll inform you about it through email. And even if we are not able to find a suitable slot, then I'll tell you that we'll discuss about it in our face-to-face class in the coming week. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll discuss about it in our face-to-face class, and then according to that we'll have it in next week. We'll have 2 virtual sessions. Okay, students, thank you very much.